Right guys, so today we've got Harry, the chase boat captain, and Chef Alex with us. And today I want to give the viewers an idea from both departments. So Harry runs the chase boat, Alex runs the galley on board the yacht. So let's start with you, Harry. For somebody who wants to join yachting, okay, and wants to go down the route as chase boat captain or follow the route of water sports, you know, engage in the jet skis, the chase boat, the water skiing, the wakeboarding, the tubing. From your 4 years of working with us, what advice would you give somebody looking to start off from the beginning?
Good question. To be honest, I'm probably going to tell you how it happened for me. I wasn't actually seeking for a chase boat position when I first joined the industry. I didn't even think there were even existed such a thing. I spoke to a friend of mine before I came out with a little bit of advice. He helped me with my CV because CV is really important because you're competing against a lot of other people out there with equal qualifications that you have. So yeah, he said to me, try and get a chase boat gig, they're the best. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll give it a crack. So yeah, I got my Yachtmasters. I got it commercially endorsed. I had my powerboat 2 as well, my STC W95, my ENG1, all the requirements needed, and yeah, so went down to the south of France. Yeah, then I started working with Captain Tristan on Lizzie, which was really cool, as chase boat driver. Yeah, and then from then I've just been chase boat driver all the way through. It's like a kind of little niche, it seems, and there's quite a lot of chase boat driver positions out there, which is really cool.
And going back to your Yachtmaster, because you did the Zero to Hero course.
I did.
So can you talk us through that particular course and what you remember about it, and what advice you would give for somebody starting off on how to get the Yachtmaster?
Okay, so I went to a company called All Abroad in Gibraltar. They did this fast track course, Zero to Hero, 14 weeks. Yeah, I went there and had no clue, and it was I did the sailing one actually. So yeah, I had sailing experience because I did a little bit of dinghy sailing, and I actually have my DI, which is the dinghy instructor course, so I can teach children how to sail. Yeah, and went down this course, thought it was amazing, but it's very cramped, it's very packed full, so maybe a little bit of advice is do a little bit of like homework prior to the course, because you don't get any time to really learn it, you're just packed in, you don't get any time off, and it's for me personally, it's really good because I just got crammed full of this knowledge, and when I actually sat the exam at the end, everyone from the course did really well. You could see the difference between the people that have done it before, that have trained with other people, how they were actually quite far behind us. We were just kind of creaming it, which was good. Yeah.
Okay, and then the other big question a lot of people are asking is, with these qualifications, is the cost. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So really, from when you were employed on Lizzie from the beginning, you had you need a minimum requirement of your STCW based safety training, as a commercial vessel, your ENG1, and your Yachtmaster. So I'm guessing out of the three, the Yachtmaster was the most expensive.
Yeah, but once again, I did it more of an expensive way, the way that I went down. Like I did it in cramped periods. Some people can spread it out, and then the costs come down.
Yeah. So for the that 14-week course, do you remember what the price was for that?
Yeah, it was about £7,000.
Pounds?
Yeah.
Or euro?
Pounds.
So £7,000, and then the SCCW is what, around 1,200 euros?
Yeah.
So the initial investment, you're looking probably around 8,000–9,000 euro to start off.
Yeah.
So it's quite an investment to start off with. Okay, let's move on quickly over to Chef Alex. So I want to start from the beginning of how you got into chefing, right? And the training you went through and the chefs that you worked under. So just talk us through the beginning.
Okay, so I left school and I wanted to be a sports coach, but I changed my mind last minute after working in a pub. And I did hospitality at college, so that involved service, wine, even cocktails, and of course cooking. After that, leaving college at 18, I lived in Yorkshire, and I sought out all the best restaurants in Yorkshire. I've still got letters at home that I sent to the chefs, of like 5 different chefs, and one got back to me, offered me a trial, and that was at the Box Tree in Oakley under Simon Gweller, who still owns it, and that was 1 Michelin star restaurant.
Right.
So straight off the bat, out of college, into a 1-star restaurant, and I spent 2.5 years there,
Wow.
And that was very basic, classic cuisine, learning from the base upwards. A lot of chefs, young chefs nowadays, go into restaurants that have got all these modern techniques, but they don't learn the base of what you need to know, classic sauces and stuff like that. So I left there after 2.5 years, also learning the pastry section there as well, which is key because a lot of chefs get to a sort of a head chef level, but they have no clue about pastry.
Yeah.
How can you be a head chef if you don't know all areas of the kitchen? So I went on to another restaurant called The Pheasant, stayed there for about 8 months, and they were also pushing for a star, but they never quite reached the heights. And then I moved down to Wiltshire to a 2 Michelin star restaurant called Watley Manor. Worked under Martin Berge there, and that was really tough. Long days, stressful hours, but what you learn there is invaluable, and
Yeah.
which has taken me into yachting, into the career, the path that I've chosen now. And after that, it had been quite tough on me. I stayed 1.5 years there, and I just thought, right, what can I do? Get out of the sort of madness of the kitchen, and I'd always wanted to do a ski season, so I went to Verbier, had a friend who'd done a season there, and went for a season there, worked in the chalets, and loved it, absolutely loved it. So.
And the transition was quite easy to move from a restaurant into the you worked in the ski chalet straight away, right?
Yeah, so I went straight into the ski chalets, and not always, because in a restaurant you're cooking somebody else's dishes. You're essentially a bit of a robot reproducing dishes that the head chef has made or your head pastry chef has made or stuff like that. When you move into the chalets and onto the yachts, you have your own creativity, you have your own dishes, and it can take a while to develop your own style, your own preferences and how you do things that you've learned in the past, but to create it yourself, it's a transition.
Yeah.
And dishes that a dish that I did when I first started private chefing to dishes that I do now would be in so much contrast. And
Yeah.
your own personal style develops.
Yeah, you make it your own and you develop
Exactly,
as a chef. I
Yeah.
understand that. And then, so let's go back a couple of steps. So you finish in the restaurants, you then move to Switzerland to the chalets. How did you then, for chefs that are wanting to join now yachting, okay, how do you then find your first job in yachting after, I'm guessing you had no experience on boats and it was the first time, so your first experience, how do you find the job and how did you find it being land-based onto a super yacht?
Well, I was quite lucky. I had a friend that was the head chef on a big yacht, on a 90 metre, and he also worked in Switzerland and said, look, come on the yacht this season. I'd never wanted to do it, a lot of friends had done it, and I was never really very keen on it, but I thought, oh, you know what, I'll give it a go. It's just a summer, see how that goes. And I really enjoyed it, and the experience and the travel, and it's just a totally different lifestyle than anything land-based. I guess the biggest stumbling block, obviously, is getting provisions, making provisions last. Compared to a land-based job, you can't nip out to the supermarket, to the shop, or whatever. So you've got to have a lot of forward thinking and a lot of planning in what you're going to cook. If something doesn't turn up, if guests decide to stay for an extra dinner on board, have backup stuff. For me, being a chef on a yacht is mostly about organisation and planning.
And also suppliers.
And suppliers,
because all over like for example, we're all over the Med.
Yeah.
You don't just have in a restaurant. I guess you just have one supplier or a couple suppliers you go to. Working on a yacht, you need to have hundreds of them all in different countries, different languages.
Yeah. It can be quite interesting though. For example, we were in Turkey and we got taken to the market by the driver, and the guys, you come from a yacht and they know you're going to want the best produce and spend some money there, and they come and they give you great hospitality, some Turkish delights, some shortbread, some coffee, and you sort of walk around the market, and that for a chef is quite a fun part, tasting the fresh fruit and seeing the vegetables, and I'll have a box of them and a crate of them. So that is quite a fun part of the job. Same in fish markets, stuff like that. You've got fish markets all over the ports in Europe, and you just go and you see the fresh fish, and I'll have some of that and some of that, and to take that produce back to the boat and prep it into a dish. That's quite a rewarding part of the job. Really.
Yeah.
So
makes it a lot more fun as well, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Harry, let's go back to you now. So you, just so everybody understands, so you, in the summer season, you've been on board on yachts, so you've been with Lizzie for 3 years and then AWOL this year.
Yeah.
And then in the winter season, you're a ski instructor. Okay.
Yeah.
So explain to us how that works for you, the transition between a chase boat captain and a ski instructor, and for people that don't want to have a full-time job on the slopes or a full-time job on yachts, what advice would you give them, and what I don't know, from your personal experience, I guess.
Okay, I guess I'd have to start from when I was a ski teacher.
Yeah.
Got qualified at 18, did a gap course to level 2, and then I realised that I actually wanted to pursue skiing because I really enjoyed it. I really liked teaching and just being with people, really. And then I went to the 3, and then since you hit the 3, you can actually do what's the international one. You can work anywhere in the world, and that's where I actually was thinking, I could probably continue doing this. So I went and went to Australia and did a back-to-back season, and then I realised actually I really don't like this all year round, and I needed to find something to do in the summer. So yeah, so going back to the summer stuff, I went and got my Yachtmaster. Decided that's what I wanted to do in the summer, and then I was actually very lucky with my first job how the seasons tied in so well. It was just like I started my season in Switzerland, where I've been teaching for many years. It starts in December, around the 15th, and it finished end of March.
Right.
And then, so then I had beginning of April till October, November.
Yeah.
Like off, and then for me to come over to do winters, go from the skiing to the yachting.
Yeah.
It's actually a very different job, but then it has similarities too. Like dealing with people, for example, is one. As I was the chase boat driver, I did all the water sports, and I did also as the person's taxi basically on the water.
Yeah.
Really, really good job, really fun. But you had a lot of responsibility with the kids and with the adults when they wanted to do water sports, and I had that from a level 3 point of view from the skiing, because I took people off piste skiing, etc. So I had similar responsibilities, but actually very different.
You managed to transition your experience from skiing, so teaching people how to ski, into teaching people how to do water sports.
Yeah.
For example, wakeboarding or even water skiing.
Yeah.
So actually, the benefit that you had from skiing worked out perfectly. Well, it did for us anyway with the chase boat.
Yeah.
So for anybody that wants to do both, it actually works well together.
No, it does. It's really good. You just get with skiing as well. You learn group control, and a lot of people that come onto your boat, you're meant to be captain when you're away from the main vessel. You're in control. Like you have that crossover, so you can manage a group of 12. You can have a group of 12 on your boat. Like you're better at keeping them safe.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
Yeah.
So you guys, if I can mention it, you guys got some big news. Mm-hmm. You're both taking the decision to leave yachting altogether. It's quite a big step. And do you want to, Alex? Do you want to explain what your business plan is and what you guys intend to do from now onwards?
Harry and I have been friends for a long time, so the opportunity has come up to work on AWOL, and in doing that, the owners wanted to expand the brand of the yachting into the chalet business, and sort of who better to take it on than Harry and I. So the plan is, the plan is to open a chalet, and much similar to the yachts, have guests come in on a charter on a week's holiday, cook for them, teach them skiing, provide all the services that they should need on a high-end basis, and give them the best ski holiday of their life, really, hopefully.
That'd be amazing. And then, but the difference is, Harry, is compared to other ski companies or ski chalets, then offer the ski service. Whereas, explain what you guys offer.
Some of them do, but they're not as personal as how I want to do it. Like what gave me this kind of itch to do what I wanted to do is when I was with AWOL, with you guys and Lizzie, and I was in charge. I was in charge of these people, and I was taking them from A to B. And what I loved about it was I was taking them off all over the place, but bringing them back to the boat where I was also working. And I was always also part of that team, and I kind of wanted that to be in the ski season. But so, like in Stade in Switzerland, at the moment I pick them up and I take them for this amazing day, but then I bring them back to someone else's chalet, and the holidays stopped kind of then. I'm not fully
essentially
involved.
the chalet becomes the boat now.
Pretty
and
much,
then
yeah.
you're instructing, it's almost like being the chase boat.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
pretty much the same
transitioning
thing.
to-
Yeah. I just wanted to be more involved. I just wanted to be to help out in all areas, and I guess I actually learned that from you guys right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Working on a smaller boat on Lizzie when we had to. The three of us were such a well-knit, tiny
Yeah, well,
team.
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
So I think, for me, I think it's a great idea because one, you're getting the yacht. Okay, so you've got the guests to have the experience on board in the summer, and two, the guests and have the opportunity to have the same AWOL team, the same mentality, the same attitude, the same service when they go into winter ski season, they're skiing holidays.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be absolutely
I
fantastic.
think that's also unique is that I don't know any other ski company that off the back of it has a a summer option in terms of yachting, and to switch over between the seasons.
Exactly.
I don't know any ski chalet company that operates like that. So
do you get like in yachting, like the yachting awards, and like we did the Barcelona boat show?
You looked it up, didn't you?
Is there anything like, because what would be great is because AWOL's been such a popular charter boat and it's won all these awards thanks to the crew, thanks to you guys, to everybody, to then to move that up into the chalet. Is there something similar to that in the chalet business or not?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's. The biggest one is the World Ski Awards.
Okay.
And that's huge.
So explain what that is.
So that is much similar to crew awards. So you can win best chalet, best ski hotel, best ski brand, ski company. There's all different categories.
Right.
And yeah,
are you guys aiming towards this? This is what the long plan
that
is.
would be something definitely to aim towards.
Okay.
But yeah, it's much similar to yachting. That's there's so many comparisons between the two industries that it all just clicks. And yeah, exactly the same as yachting. There's crew awards and chalet awards and stuff like that. So yeah, that'd be great.
I guess the other benefit of working with AWOL is if we get the clientele on AWOL, we also get their preference sheet. We then share the information with AWOL, the Winter of Luxury, with you guys. So for the guests, it's going to be a lot easier.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, it's the same. Especially, I think it's more in the service and the food area. It's very important because guests more and more want control. They don't always want fine dining or they don't always want family style. You need to establish and what they exactly want to deliver the most bespoke holiday for them. In terms of the food and the service. So to have that sort of transparency and know what the guests already want or what they're like, or are they party animals? Are they quite reserved? Are they this or they that? So to have an idea before they even arrive is great. It's really good because sometimes if you don't have that idea, it can take 1 or 2 days into the holiday before you've quite established what they'd like. And if they're only there for a week, then 2 or 3 days is quite a chunk of the holiday really. So to be able to hit them with the best service from the go is really important.
So how can, I'm guessing at the moment there's nothing set up to get in contact with you guys to book anything yet?
Not as yet.
Okay, but you're going to be working on that.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
We're in the market at the moment. We're viewing a few chalets.
Yeah.
Once we've got that locked down, then we can go ahead and get details sorted, websites, that sort of stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. Anything else you guys want to add? Do you want to put what's your social media? Your Instagram?
Alex Langley Chef.
Alex Langley Chef.
Yeah.
And
So actually, never mind. I think it's Harry Morgan 1990. Actually.
Harry Morgan 1990. So the guys can follow you and they can see your food and maybe see
Come
some
check it
skiing
out.
stuff as well.
Yeah.
So check out their
If you
social
follow
media.
them, then you'll follow links to the business.
Well, this is exactly it.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
We'll be in contact again for sure.
Yeah.
We will give you more updates. What we
Fantastic.
know,
Yeah.
and then we'll push it further. It's exciting. It really
Alright.
is.
Anything else you guys want to say to anybody or? No.
I'm good.
Right. Guys,
Look
thank
forward to
Team mum.
All right, chaps.
Hi, Carrie's mum.
All right, chaps. Thanks for your
Cheers,
time.
thank you.
Brilliant. Fantastic.